and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZ. And let's jump into today's episode.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is where you are. Good that time to you. I really like that opening. Should I open every episode with that, or should that be the opening for like the regular episodes, but not the Dear Diary episodes? Anyway, this is another kind of Dear Diary entry. Right now, I'm trying to figure out my 12-week plan. So I think I might have mentioned this in a past podcast, but I recently read the book, The 12-Week Year, and now I'm trying to hurry up and create my 12-week plan because I want the 12-week year to end around my birthday. Now, my birthday is the end of January. Right now, it's the first week of November. So if I do the 12-week year plan now, it's going to end around like the first week of February. So by my birthday, I will be able to see at least an 80% progress to my goal and I'll feel accomplished, right? So I'm trying to figure out the plan. Now, in the 12-week year, it says a couple different things about how to create your vision. So it says first you got to create 2 visions. One, which is a long-term vision where you want to be in 3 to 5 years, which is your big dream. And then a short-term vision, which is your 12-week year vision, where progress you need to make in the next 12 weeks to align with that bigger vision. So this keeps your goals meaningful and it's not just random tasks. Here's my problem. I want to throw in some random task in there. Like, I would like to come out with a YouTube video every day for the next 12 weeks, a podcast every day for the next 12 weeks, go on TikTok live every morning for the next 12 weeks. Does that connect with my 5-year plan? Maybe not, but it's what I want to do for the next 12 weeks. I just really want to go hard and do a whole bunch of hard things every single day for the next 12 weeks and see what happens. I really want to try to get to $1 million year next year. And I think if I try all these things and go hard with discipline for the next 12 weeks, maybe that'll be the boost I need to have my $1 million year in 2026. Maybe that would be the launching pad. However, the book also says if you choose more than 3 goals, you're guaranteed to not do all of your goals. So you're going to make it too hard on yourself to commit to all the things. So you might as well just focus in on the things that will put you closer towards your long-term goal. I don't even know what I want. I feel like my long-term goal has been my long-term goal for 10 years. My long-term goal is to run a fashion house akin to Louis Vuitton, Schiaparelli, Balmain, Versace, Vivienne Westwood. I would like my name set in rooms as a fashion designer that clicks to a certain customer as to what type of design they are going to expect. When you hear Chanel suit, you know exactly what that looks like in your head. When you hear right now, because of Daniel Roseberry, when you hear Schiaparelli, you know exactly what type of design aesthetic you're going to get. And that is my long-term goal. Is it my long-term goal in 3 to 5 years? Honestly, maybe not. I could wait 10 more years for that goal. But what is going to get me to that goal is a question. What is going to get me to that goal that I can put in my 12-week year? Number one. Another thing I'm kind of asking myself is, do I want to put exercise and stuff in there? I do. But again, it says only pick 3. It's the problem I'm having is I have 20 goals that I want to do for the next 12 weeks every single day. But the book says you will exhaust yourself trying to achieve these and it's not going to be worth it. I would love to work out at least for 45 minutes every day for the next 12 weeks. I feel like that should be achievable. But if I put that in with everything else, then am I overwhelming myself? I know I am, but I just feel like I need a boost of discipline in a different way than I have discipline now. Right now, I'm very disciplined with my diet. I'm very disciplined with my walking schedule. I'm very disciplined with like my 10K steps a day. I'm very disciplined with the way I eat, the way I drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink any like juice or anything. I only drink water, hot tea, and every once in a while coffee. But literally, that's the only things I drink. I don't, well, at least I try to not have any processed foods. I cook a lot of foods, or I just eat fruits and vegetables. I really don't eat anything crazy. I don't cook intense meals just because I don't enjoy cooking like that. So I feel like I've been very disciplined in a lot of things, but I want to be disciplined in a different way. Like, I really want to be disciplined with coming out with podcasts every day to see how this new Dear Diary aspect works. I want to be disciplined with trying to do this TikTok shop and YouTube live stuff because I want to get to that money. I want to be monetized on these platforms so I have extra income working behind the scenes that I eventually don't have to work that hard for. And I feel like if you do all the hard labor up front, then eventually you're going to keep getting paid dividends, almost like an investment. You're going to keep getting paid dividends. But should I put that on my goal? Like, should part of my 12-week goal be to do a TikTok live every day or to come out with a YouTube video every 3 days? You know, which one will have me monetized for longer term? I feel like maybe YouTube, but the way people are saying TikTok is paying them $56K, $3K a day, 12K, 100 million. Now, some of these people might be liars, but I really want to see if it's working. How can I get that to work? But again, is this part of my 5-year plan? I don't know because it's outside of my fashion business, kind of, Another thing it says for the 12-week goal is be clear. It must have a number, a deadline, and clarity. So for me, that what might be like, let's say if I'm going off of my store or my website, I could say, I want to secure 50 custom gown orders within my 12-week goal. That means 50 people have to put down their deposits. I feel like that's a good goal for my 12-week goal. Actually, I might put that on there. Now, in order to accomplish that goal, maybe that means I do have to do a TikTok live and talk about gowns every morning. Or maybe that means I do have to go on YouTube and post different gowns in the process of making gowns every morning. That could be part of how I get those 50 custom gown sales. Another example would be to sign for luxury bridal clients within that 12-week goal. Now, for me, I probably would make it maybe 8, but 4 is a good number because bridal clients are different than prom and regular gown orders. Bridal clients, you really have to convince them that you are the person to make this big day their perfect day, because they have seen all the popular people online, the Vicky James, the Essia Zinabar, the Berta, or the Vivienne Westwood, maybe these other popular gown designers. So since I'm not necessarily known for bridal gowns, it might be a harder sell. So maybe 4 luxury bridal clients within that 12 weeks to sign on as a contract would be a good goal for me. But yeah, I do want to put something on there that has to do with social media in some aspect. I did actually just check my Instagram the other day, and it said, hey, you're now qualified to monetize on Facebook, which I hadn't even been thinking about monetizing on Facebook. And apparently, without even trying, I am now able to monetize my Facebook Reels, which I literally don't even post directly on Facebook. I just connect my Instagram to Facebook, and whatever I post on Instagram goes to Facebook. So now I guess that will start making me money. But yeah, I'm just really trying to sit down and think about what do I want to put on this 12-week year goal platform, or notebook, or however I feel like writing this down. What do I want to put on there in order to check off every week to see how my progress is going? Because that's another thing that it has on here. So what it says also is number 3, because I'm reading off of this thing on my ChatGPT, because I told it to break down the 12-week year. So number 3 says, break the goal into weekly actions. This is the core of the system. You list specific actions required to hit your goal. They can't be vague. Actions that, if completed every week, will guarantee progress. For example, if my goal was 25K in gowns, my weekly actions would be to book new clients and DM or follow up with 20 leads weekly. You got to increase visibility, post 3 style videos per week, and improve conversion, and schedule 5 fittings or consultations weekly. Those are trackable goals. So every week I should be able to say, okay, how many booked their consultation this week? Was it 1 person? Was it 3 people? Was it 5 people? Was it 10 people? And if I see 2 weeks in a row that is under my goal of 5 clients scheduling fittings, then I know I'm doing something wrong, and I got to be able to hit that number quicker and change up my style of getting new people signed on. So writing down your goals or getting specific on your goal is the most important part, because that's how you're going to write down the actions for your weekly tracking system to see if you are actually going to hit that goal at the end. Okay, so that's why I'm like thinking so hard about what do I want to put down on this 12-week year plan, because I really want my actions every week to keep me consistent and have some type of follow through. It says each action should be controllable, timed, and repeatable. So, like, for example, following up via DM or calls with 20 leads weekly, 20 bridal clients weekly, or prom clients weekly, or customers weekly, that is controllable. You know if you did that or not. Did you call 20 people or did you not? Did you DM 20 people or did you not? Number 4, put those actions into your calendar. This is where most people fail. You must time block the actions. That time block is very important. If you follow up with 20 leads, then pick the hours that it happens. Is it Monday between 10 and 11:30? Is it Wednesday between 2 and 3 p.m.? But time those actions so you know when the calendar says, okay, it's time to make those calls, you actually start making those calls. See, this is not even like a diary episode anymore, because I feel like I'm teaching you guys something. And the teaching episodes are different than the diary episodes. But you guys, I'm getting used to this format. So I am going to work it out. But yeah, so that is that. I'm trying to see what else. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, so example, you had 7 actions planned and you completed 5. That means you only completed 71% of the actions that week. So you should be able to track your actions literally every week so you know what percentage you're getting done. Number 6, it says have a weekly review meeting. Literally a review meeting with yourself, accountability meeting to go through, okay, it looks like I only did half my task this week, or it looks like I did 80% of my task this week. What can I do next week to make me get to that actual goal? In short, the plan looks like this. What to do, vision, set up your vision, define the long-term 12-week goal, choose 1 to 3 measurable goals, choose your actions, list what actions weekly guarantee you to hit that goal, calendar, you need to time block those actions, score, you need to score your percentage of how much you're getting done to track those goals, and then review accountability, how you are doing weekly with those goals. And by the end of the 12-week year, you should be able to see a huge difference in your life if you achieved the goals that were really hard hitting to you. So that's pretty much what I'm doing today. It is a Sunday and I am trying to really get deep with myself and figure out what goals are the most important to me within these 12 weeks. Because again, my birthday is at the end of those 12 weeks, and I really do want to accomplish something great by my next birthday. Not that every year I don't accomplish anything great. Like, obviously this year I redid my store and it looks beautiful, and I'm so glad with the progress I've made in being in business for 10 years. And I'm so glad I was able to do that for myself and for my boutique. I was able to redo my website in a lot of ways. I was able to be consistent on YouTube this past year. I was able to do a lot of things this year, but I still want more. And I want to do this 12-week year plan. And I really want to push myself to be disciplined in a way for a goal that I have not been able to reach. So anyway, that is what I am doing today. And I hope you guys maybe read the book, The 12-Week Year, or just re-listen to this podcast and kind of break down what you want to achieve in the next 12 weeks and really push yourself to do things you don't normally do in order to achieve a goal you have not been able to achieve yet. I love you guys for listening. I'm going to end this with what we usually say when we're consistent with these episodes, me and Z, but now that it's just me, I have to keep reminding myself to say it. But make sure you count your blessings before you count your money. Have a good day, guys. Bye.